Yesterday, a particular duo inside the Pokemon Go Battle League community put out a video on Ferroseed. At the end of that video, they came to the conclusion that Ferroseed is a great pick for the Element Cup if you want to lose all your battles. I'm here to tell you that you can win with Ferroseed, and not only that, but it's actually one of the most goated Pokemon in the Element Cup. Let's jump into it right now. What's going on, guys? ChillisFM here, and let me start off by saying that I mean no disrespect to JFARM, Scrublord Dustin, or any of the JFam, but I do think that they are wrong about this Pokemon. Sort of. Let me explain. You see, yesterday I was running Ferrothorn in the lead like they were, and I went 11 and 14 on the day. So I had a negative day with it in the lead. But then I started to think about it. Ferrothorn walls certain Pokemon, such as Cottonee, which you can see right now. But it also gets walled by other Pokemon such as Ducklet and Chinchou, which are very popular. But what if you can get those Pokemon out of the way before Ferrothorn comes in? Then I think Ferrothorn is going to be really, really strong. That's what I plan to do with this team, and I have had nothing but success so far with this team. I've ran 4 sets with it. All 4 of them have been positive. Looking at the team, I'm leading Shadow Slowpoke. Now we're going to come back to that in just a second. As my safe swap, I have Shadow Vulpix running Quick Attack, Body Slam, and of course, Weather Ball. Shadow Vulpix is going to do a great job at luring out their water type, whether that be Ducklet or Chinchou or another water type. Or if they don't have a water type, it's normally going to lure out an opposing fire type. That's going to keep those away from my Ferroseed. I'm going to be able to chip them down with my Shadow Vulpix, and then Slowpoke can come in and clean up whatever health is remaining on them. At that point, my Ferrothorn can come in and just go to work because it doesn't have any of those hard counters on it. Let's go ahead and jump into some of these battles and see how it worked out for me. Alright, jumping into the first battle, I have Shadow Slowpoke up against Ducklet. Now I cannot swap out of this. I need them to throw before I do at least. So I'm going to go ahead and build up to the Psyshock. Throw the Psyshock. This should get a shield. If it doesn't get a shield, then they're definitely throwing the Brave Bird, but it almost always does. And I'm going to go ahead and match shields. Now normally it's going to be a Bubble Beam bait, but it is what it is. I have to shield it because I definitely have to keep my Slowpoke healthy. So I'm going to go ahead and swap out into my Vulpix, and I'm not ever going to shield Vulpix, no matter what. They're going to hit me with the Bubble Beam. Yeah, it hurts, but it's not too bad. And I'm going to be able to reach this Body Slam. So we'll see if they want to give up their other shield. They do not want to give up their other shield. We'll see what my Vulpix is able to lure out now. So they come in, with a Cottonee. Cottonee is a terrible answer for Vulpix. Now I see why they did not swap out when I brought Vulpix in, because they must be double weak to it in the back. I can bring out my Ferroseed now, and Ferroseed does not need to throw a move whatsoever here. I can just eat whatever the Cottonee throws. I mean, the Seed Bombs are double resisted. They do absolutely nothing. The Charms are resisted. I'm going to be able to Metal Claw all the way down, and finally they come in with their Chikorita, which, I mean, I'm double resisting the Vine Whips. Body Slam is resisted. Power Whip, you know, all the grass type moves are going to be resisted, so they just realized it's over. I really wanted them to throw the Body Slam just so I could showcase how little it does, but yeah, they just backed out. So GG's, well played to my opponent. Moving into the next one, up against a Vulpix lead, they swap out into their own Slowpoke. Now, at this point, I was trying to go ahead and catch on my Ferroseed since this is resisted, but I think I play it differently later on. So I do eat the Psyshock. It does basically nothing because Ferroseed is very, very bulky. Now, keep in mind that everything I'm throwing at them is resisted. Everything that they're throwing at me is resisted. So even though Metal Claw is not a great move, I'm pretty much keeping up with them here, and I'm going to be able to throw the Iron Head. Now, I did make a mistake. I should not have shielded that second Psyshock because now their Vulpix is going to come in and just farm me down before I even get to this Iron Head. I mean, those Embers just completely destroy me. Still, I can come back in with my Slowpoke now. I was expecting a swap out, so I did not throw immediately, but yeah, I mean, I'm going to eat this Body Slam. I'm still almost at 2 Psyshocks. I can throw one more Confusion, and I'm going to bank the next Psyshock and swap out, but they actually swap as well. They bring out Chinchou. Luckily, I'm able to survive and bank that Psyshock still, and I'm going to bring in Vulpix. So Vulpix can eat one Bubble Beam. It hurts. I mean, no big deal though. And I can go for the Body Slam here. So we'll see if they want to shield this or not. They have 1 shield left, I believe. Yeah, they have 1 shield left. I'm almost at the next one, but they're throwing. That's fine. I can go ahead and shield at this point, and I should be able to get to the next Body Slam. I'm going to over farm, so I am ahead on energy. Oh, No, I had to farm down in this one. If I did not farm down, I was not going to win this because I need one body slam to get the shield off, one body slam to do some chip damage, and then I need to land the side shock from my slowpoke as well. So I get it. I'm able to snipe with my slowpoke, which is absolutely perfect. This will take out the Vulpix. So 2 1 HP mons able to take out the opposing Vulpix. Let's go. GG's. Moving to the next one. Chinchou lead is going to be tough, but I mean, Slowpoke's actually pretty good here because Slowpoke is doing a lot of damage with confusions. Yes, the sparks are super effective, but we're keeping up with confusions alone. Now, they do bait me with the Bubble Beam, so I'm going to have to swap out into my Vulpix, but that's even better because now I can try to lure out something different. They're staying in, so they might not have a hard Vulpix answer. It might be a fire type in the back, and we're going to go ahead and go for the Body Slam. So yeah, they go ahead and go down, and yeah, it's a fire type that they're going to bring in, meaning either they're running double fire or they're going to have a grass type in the back. So hopefully it's not double fire. Hopefully it's only one. Double fire is not very common in the meta right now, so I'm not really too worried about it. Now I'm going to come back in with my Slowpoke, and I'm not expecting them to double shield this Vulpix. So I'm going to go ahead and eat the Body Slam, and I'm going to throw the Side Shock, but they double shield, which is absolutely horrible for me. Okay, so I need to farm down with my Ferroseed, and hopefully it's Cottonee in the back so I can throw our Iron Head into it. But, I mean, yeah, the Embers just do way too much. They are completely shredding me. I'm not going to be able to farm down. That's going to be a GG's. I mean, that is the risk that you are taking by running something double weak to fire. So, well played to my opponent. Moving to the next one, up against the Cottonee lead. That's obviously a bad lead for my Slowpoke, but like I said, I can go ahead and swap into Vulpix and hopefully lure out a hard counter, which I do. They bring out their Chinchou. I'm able to get a shield with the first Body Slam. That's good for me, and I'm going to be able to reach another Body Slam before they're able to farm me down. Now, I should have thrown one more quick attack because if I did, they might have CMP tied me and I could have wasted their energy, but it's okay. They're going to farm me down. Still, I can come in with my Slowpoke and I should be able to shield just once and farm down. If this is the Thunderbolt, then they will be out of energy. If it is a Bubble Beam, they'll probably get to another Bubble Beam, but not a Thunderbolt. So yeah, able to confusion down, and they're going to come back in with Cottonee, so I'm going to immediately swap out into my Ferroseed. So we're able to do a little bit of chip damage, and they come out with Ducklet. So they have 2 hard answers for my Ferroseed in the back, unfortunately. And I didn't charge my phone before this, apparently. So that's not great for me. Still, we did get their shield with Ferroseed. Ducklet shielded that because a lot of Ducklets just don't know what Ferroseed have, or a lot of players don't know what Ferroseed have. They expected to have a grass type move. So we're going to go ahead and call the bait again, and it's another Bubble Beam. That is gorgeous for me. I'm going for the Iron Head here. Of course, it's going to do basically nothing. I'm double debuffed and it's resisted, but I'm able to swap over to my Slowpoke and get to the Side Shock. This will take out this Ducklet. Oh my goodness, this game is winnable at this point. So Cottonee comes back in and they are throwing. I can go ahead and use my shield here, and I should be able to reach another Side Shock. It's going to be very close though. Yes, able to make it to the Side Shock with 1 HP remaining. This will take out this Charmer. Let's go. GG's, well played to my opponent. Now, I probably could have saved my shield and let Ferroseed clean that up, but it would have been very, very close. So I was much more comfortable with letting my Slowpoke do the work. Moving to the next one, they swap out into their Slowpoke, and I'm going to answer with my Ferroseed. Ferroseed, of course, can win this in the 1 shield. I'm going to go ahead and eat whatever they throw here, and they actually went all the way up to Psychic. So that's very interesting. Psychic, I mean, it does more damage, but it's... I don't know. I just don't think it's the play here. Anyways, I'm going to go for the Iron Head. They do shield. I'm going for another Iron Head before they throw. Because they threw Psychic instead of Side Shock, I'm able to outpace them just slightly. So that's perfectly fine by me. At this point, I could shield and farm down if I wanted to, but I'm going to go ahead and take the shield advantage and come in with my own Slowpoke to confusion them down. So they're going to come out with Chinchou. That's fine. I can come in with my Vulpix. I do have 2 shields. I'm going to no shield this first Bubble Beam though, because I mean, I'm going to have to no shield one of them. So no shield that, and they catch on their Vulpix. So great catch on their part, but this is still going to hit for neutral, and it still does a lot of damage. It takes them into the yellow, and I'm able to get to another body slam before they get to theirs. So I can preserve my shield if they no shield. Yeah, they no shield. They completely just decide to sack their Vulpix. Questionable play, if you ask me, because now I can just shield up this Bubble Beam here and I can get to another body slam. This is going to force their last shield, because if they don't shield, they will be in confusion downrange. So yeah, we get the shield, and then I can come in and snipe with my Slowpoke. Absolutely beautiful, able to take the dub. Let's go. GG's, well played to my opponent. Alright, jumping into the next battle, I have Shadow Slowpoke up against a Ducklet lead. So we're going to play this the same way every day of the week. We're going to go straight for the Side Shock and then shield whatever they throw. But they actually decide to swap into a Lotad. Now Lotad has Razor Leaf, so I'm going to want to get out of this quickly. But the Side Shock does land and it does a ton of damage. Now I can bring out my Ferroseed. Ferroseed does win this, even though they're resisting everything and we're resisting everything. Now I wanted to get off the Urn Head before they got to a Bubble Beam, but unfortunately they do get the Bubble Beam off. So now I'm going to no bubble this Urn Head, and I'm going to try to farm down before they get to another Bubble Beam. Hopefully I'll have some energy and I won't get debuffed again. And yes, I'm barely able to make it, barely able to farm them down. We'll see if they want to come back in with Ducklet. That's what I'm expecting. Yeah, so I'm going to go for the Urn Head here, and this should do a little bit of chip damage. I mean, oh, we get the shield. That is absolutely beautiful. So I guess they thought that I had a grass type move, even though I definitely do not, because Ferroseed does not learn grass type moves. So we get the shield. That's perfect for me. I'm going to save Ferroseed now because they might be weak to it in the back since they did shield that. And I'm going to swap out into my Slowpoke and lure out their Codney. So perfect. I have 2 answers for Codney in the back. Their Ducklet is fairly low at this point. I can save my shield. I'm going to come in with my Vulpix, and I should be able to outpace them to this Weather Ball. I was actually expecting a quit, but they decided to play it out. Yeah, I'm just going to go for the Weather Ball here. This will take out the Cottonee, and Ducklet's going to back out. So GG's, well played to my opponent. Let's jump on into the next battle. Alright, so we have Slowpoke up against Seal. Alright, so hopefully this is Ice Shard. Yeah, it's Ice Shard. Okay, if it was Lick Seal, this would be pretty bad. But since it's Ice Shard, this is a good matchup for me. I'm surprised that they're staying in. They're going to go ahead and throw the Icy Wind, which will debuff me. But I can overfarm by a little bit to see if they want to swap out. They're not swapping out. I'm going for the Side Shock at this point. I'm going to throw this, and I'm going to build up to another Side Shock, and then I'm going to swap out because they're acting like they're weak to my Slowpoke in the back. So yeah, I mean, Icy Wind's not going to do too much. I can go ahead and bank the next Side Shock and swap. Now, unfortunately, they will be able to get to an Aqua Tail against my Vulpix before I'm able to get to a Body Slam, so I do have to give up a shield. I know I said I would never shield my Vulpix, but this time it makes sense just because that Aqua Tail would hurt so much. So going for the Body Slam here, this should take out the Seal. Yeah, Seal goes down, and they have Ducklet coming in. So I'm not debuffed this time. This Body Slam will do some nice damage to this Ducklet. Let's see it. Yeah, okay. I mean, it puts him pretty low. And at this point, a Bubble Beam is not going to take me out. So go ahead and hit me with your Bubble Beam. I don't care about your Bubble Beam. I'm going to be able to make it to another Body Slam. This will put the Ducklet very, very low if they no shield. It might take them out. Okay, so they give up their shield, which is perfect for me. I'm going to go ahead and snipe again with my Slowpoke, and we'll see what they have in the back. In the back, they have my best friend. They have Codney. I'm going to bring in my Ferroseed, and come on, go ahead and quit, you know. You got, I'm giving you time to quit. I'm not going to throw the Urn Head. I'm not going to throw it. I'm not going to shield either. You can throw whatever charge move you want. I don't care. Come on. All right, I gave you time to back out. I'm at 2 Urn Heads. Gonna go ahead and throw it to finish off this match. So GG's, well played to my opponent. I mean, I respect him for giving it their all. You know, I could have lagged out. There's always a win con, so. If you made it this far in the video and you're enjoying the content, make sure you hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as well. I am over 900 subscribers at this point, and I'm really trying to push for that 1,000 subscriber mark. I really appreciate your support, and as a thank you, I'm going to bring out BabyFM for these last few battles. Alright, so I was up against a Cottonee lead, and they swapped into Clauncher, which is a super cool pick, but I'm going to at least be able to get a shield off of them. and I can come back in with my Slowpoke. Now I'll be resisting whatever this Clauncher wants to throw because of Clauncher only learns water type charge moves. So it's the Aqua Jet, not even the Crab Hammer. Crab Hammer would have actually kind of hurt, but just Aqua Jet, no big deal. Now unfortunately my Switch Clock was not up and I take a ton of charm damage, but they're going to swap into Seal whenever I swap into my Ferroseed. So this is looking like a pretty tough game, but maybe I can still close this out. We're going to go for the Iron Head, and they're going to be throwing, of course, Icy Winds, which hits for neutral and it debuffs me. So that's not great for me, but I'm going to be able to reach another Iron Head. I really need them to give up a shield at some point. So if I can shield here and hopefully get a shield from them, then I can snipe them with my Slowpoke and have some play here. So we'll see. Do I get a shield here? No shield. All right, I'm still going to go for the snipe. Maybe they won't shield here. Maybe I still have some play. Come on, no shield this, no shield this. No, they give up a shield, but they swap out into Codney. So if I can Metal Claw this Codney all the way down, then maybe I can still throw a non-debuffed Iron Head into that Seal and take this game. Come on. Oh, those charms are still hurting just barely too much. Codney lives with 1 HP. I don't know that the Iron Head would have been enough anyway. So GG's, well played to my opponent. They're able to take that one though. All right, moving into the next one, up against King Bob. He is bringing a Ducklet lead. Of course, we're going to play this the same, but they swap out immediately into Seal. Now, Seal is a little bit tricky when it's running Lick. I'm going to go for the Psyshock here just to do some chip damage or get a shield, and then I'm going to swap out, I believe. Yeah, I swap out into my Ferroseed. So this is going to be tricky. I'm not going to shield my Ferroseed here. They're throwing the Icy Wind. Yeah, I have to save my shields for that Ducklet, really. So I should be able to get to the Iron Head still before they are able to take me out. And we'll see if they want to give up a shield for that. If I can get their other shield off, that would be absolutely beautiful. If not, this will put the Seal very, very low. Well, actually, it doesn't even do that much because I'm double debuffed. Yeah, okay, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and go down. At least we have the Seal pretty low. I should be able to Confusion down. They go for the Aqua Tail there, so I'm almost able to make it to the next Iron Head. That close, that close. Still, one Confusion takes them out. I'm expecting Ducklet to come back in. What could it be? No, they actually have Chinchou, so I'm going to go ahead into Vulpix. This is looking like a pretty hard counter team. This is going to be pretty tough to pull off, but I'm going to go for it. I showed up the first Bubble Beam because Chinchou's Bubble Beam does more than Ducklet's Bubble Beam. So I'm going for the Body Slam here. And they no shield, but I'm, like I said, I'm debuffed, so it hurts less. Able to make it to another Body Slam. We'll see if they want to start shielding at this point. Nope, still not going to shield. Do I shield this? I don't remember. Yes, I shield this. I guess I had to shield. I'm pretty low on my Psyduck. Goodness gracious. On what is it called? Slowpoke. Oh my goodness. Able to take out the Ducklet though, so that's great for me. And then I'm going to able to make it to the Psyshock here against this Chinchou, and I banked a Body Slam. Vulpix wins CMP. They were trying to farm me down, but they did not need to farm me down. All they had to do was throw a Bubble Beam, and they had that game won. But they committed to the farm down and gave me the win. Let's go. I'll take that every day of the week. All right, so moving into the final battle, I have saved my favorite battle for last, so make sure you watch this one. Up against a Chinchou lead, obviously a tough lead. We're going to go for the Psyshock. Now, I tried to actually catch on this one, but it's just not possible to catch. I found out because of they throw in the middle of your Confusion. So they hit me with the Bubble Beam. I get debuffed. It's not great, but I can go for the Psyshock. This should get a shield back from them, and then I can swap out into my Vulpix. So swapping into Vulpix, they're going to hit me with a Bubble Beam. It hurts, but what can I do? I'm not going to shield again. I'm going to go ahead and eat it, and they're going to come in with their own Vulpix. So I can go for the Body Slam here. This will do some nice chip damage if they no shield. I'm not expecting a shield. Yeah, just some chip damage, and then they're going to be able to get to their Body Slam before I get to my Body Slam. Hey. So they're taking out my Vulpix, and I can come back in with my Slowpoke. Unfortunately, they do reach another Body Slam, and I know I cannot use my shield here. This is very bad though, because Chinchou can come back in and bubble beam me to debuff me before I see their final mon, which is exactly what they're going to do. So they're waiting out their switch clock, but yeah, Chinchou's here and they're just going to throw this bubble beam. I know it's a bubble beam, no reason to shield here. And then in the back they have my best friend. They have my best friend Codney. We're gonna go for the Iron Head here. This does get the shield, and I'm going to be able to get to another Iron Head, but I'm debuffed. This is not going to be easy for my Ferroseed to sweep. I have to shield up this double resisted seed bomb. Feels bad, but I have to use my shield at some point, and it's not like the Chinchou has anything that's super effective or even neutral for me anyways. So I'm throwing the Iron Head. It does some nice damage. Am I able to farm down? I'm able to farm down Codney even though I'm debuffed, and I'm able to make it to this Iron Head against Chinchou. This will be enough to take out Chinchou. Them debuffing me actually helped me win that game, and Ferroseed is able to sweep an entire team. Let's go. So GG's, well played to my opponent. Guys, I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. I've had a ton of fun with Ferroseed. Like I said, it's pretty good in the back. It's terrible in the lead. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And until next time, this is ChillisFM reminding you to always keep pushing forward.